Shalom family. So if you haven't heard of Jan Markell, go check her out. She's an amazing woman of God. She's very awake. She hosts conferences. She regularly does it with Amir and his friends, and they talk about end times and everything they see happening. She published a list of things she wouldn't believe she would see, and I actually want to share this list with you straight from what she published, and it is quite amazingly well put out. Jan Markell's current list. I never thought I would see the day when churches would see our mind-numbing headlines and stories and still suggest that there are perhaps 100 or 1,000 years before Jesus returns. They say we've always had perilous times, nothing is new. I never thought I would see the day the World Economic Forum would meet the week it was minus 40 degrees in my hometown and obsess over global warming and electric vehicles, since they don't function well right now in Minneapolis, and all of us are cheering for global warming. I never thought I would see the day when the champion of the hurting around the world, the Red Cross, would deny care and medication to Israeli hostages, instead scolding the hostages for Gaza's destruction. I never thought I would see the day when the International Court of Justice would declare Israel guilty of genocide, when it was Israel who experienced a genocidal attack. Imagine portions of the free world siding with barbarians rather than a democratic ally. Did someone say upside down world? I never thought I would see the day when all of the leaders of sanctuary cities and states would be screaming bloody murder to keep illegals out of their sanctuary cities and states. I never thought I would see the day when a US Secretary of State would tell another country, Israel, they cannot win a war. They cannot defeat terrorists who perpetrated genocide on them. I never thought I would see the day I would watch entire church denominations side with those who perpetrated the worst slaughter of Jews since the Holocaust. What Bible are they reading? They believe Jesus was a Palestinian? Really? I never thought I would see the day that the nation of Nigeria, with its Christian population nearly decimated by Muslims, not be put on Washington's 2024 persecution watch list. I never thought I would see the day when Democrats admit that Hamas or the Taliban or Al-Qaeda may be crossing our southern border and then brag about how our strong national security is. Reprobate minds upside down. I never thought I would see the day when the world would favor elements of society who cry death to Israel and death to America and glorify these thugs. When Israel derangement syndrome would overtake entire nations, when universities would favor them, even as Jews hide in closets and secret rooms. I never thought I would see the day when at the most significant time in history, believers would talk about rapture fatigue and end-time burnout because they were tired of watching and waiting for Christ's return. It's just taking too long. I never thought I would see the day when the tragedy of Lahaina, Maui, with all of its mystery and conspiracy, would so quickly be forgotten and the people so pathetically abandoned, and yet people still trust the government. I never thought I would see the day when lockdowns would become a part of normal society. First COVID lockdowns, now I'm learning about climate lockdowns, and the mantra is, you will go nowhere and be happy. I never thought I would see the day that the subject of Israel, who is the primary subject of the Bible, would be the issue causing enormous church splits since October 7. Denominations don't want to acknowledge that Jews wrote our Bible or play a prominent role today. I guess theology matters to some, and their theology erases the nation of Israel. Very well said, Jane. I never thought I would see the day either. And every day when we wake up, we can add that with more and more and more things that we never thought we would see. But we were born for a time such as this. If we believe God ordained the whole creation of the universe and everything else in perfect order, then you must realize He decided that this time frame, this time period needed you specifically, you right there watching right now. He needed you to be alive for a time such as this, to see these things, to bear witness to prophecies unfolding, to glorify God, to spread His love, to reach the lost, to make a difference. An ambassador for the kingdom of heaven. I never thought I would see any of these things, but I know that I will see more. And I know that at last I will see Him come and fetch us very, very soon. Shalom.